Hey, I'm Mark, and I'm just going to make a quick tutorial about a text reveal. How exciting! I'm sure it's going to be a really good one. So in this DaVinci Resolve group that only has professionals in it, hence the name DaVinci Resolve Pros. Everyone here's professionals. Any amateur questions are actually just professionals jokingly asking for help. So anyways, there's someone in here named Louise, I think. And he needed help with this super high tech logo reveal, and so I reluctantly offered to help. And let's take a look at it. Oh my god, it's so good! It's so good. Anyway, so it's super basic. Let's just throw it into the timeline. So that we can kind of break down what's happening. So there's lovely, pointless, never should ever do this, black bars crops. You should just have your timeline the right aspect ratio. So yeah, so the text just suddenly appears out of nowhere. It doesn't fade or anything, and it goes from a blur to no blur. And yeah, super basic. And then there's this random kid. Hello, child. I don't think it's mine. Anyway, so let's try to remake this. I'm going to keep this clip probably to the side. You stay there. Stay there. Okay, so go to media pool. Let's get some drone footage. Okay, so let's grab our drone footage that we're going to use. No. Oh, that doesn't make me look good. That is, nope. That's, that is the wrong drone footage. Did I set up a joke? So creative. And then, we're probably going to need some, so this isn't really drone footage, but it's a time lapse that I had from years ago, and I just had it zoom. It's so exciting. But what we really needed is behind the text, the canvas to have a solid color or a dense color or less of a busy area, so on and so forth, so that you can read the text because we're doing white text. And then we'll go to logo. Let's go ahead, and I made a very purposeful logo for this video. And I think that's all we need to add in. Anyway, so I made a logo for this, completely unrelated to the concept. Yeah, I might have just I overwrote the clip that we were copying. Let's grab that again. The So Much Wow project file. All right, I'm gonna steal this audio, just because I think there's 4 beats or notes that kind of would work on timing. So on this video, just get rid of the whatever. So it suddenly has our first item kind of show up here. We're gonna kind of do the same thing. So let's just start by copying all of the endpoints for these items on our really cool logo. So there's the first one. Second one suddenly appears with no fade whatsoever at this point. And then, oh no, I think I should probably do a zoom before this even gets going. So let me just drag everything to be the same duration. Let's just zoom this out to match kind of his logo size. 0.5 might be good. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's go ahead and get a zoom going. And DaVinci Resolve is amazing. Psych. So the frustrating thing is you can't like group things unless there's like some sort of nesting aspect. Because if I just do it in a compound clip, I'll explain real quick. If I do it in a compound clip, then the pixel resolution will lower as you scale something because it's based on the source timeline's dimensions. Anyways, moving along. Let's have it scale up. So let's create a start point for each layer. I need them all to start at the same point because then they would misalign if I didn't. And let's just go to the last frame. I guess my timeline doesn't have to be so long. Let's just go to the end here. Shorten everything to right here. And then for these, we'll set it to, I don't know, 0.666. I don't know why I found that funny. And once this is done, I think it's going to get way more interesting. Okay, so now, oh wow, it actually almost matches his. That's funny. So it almost looks like I did that on purpose. I had no idea. All right, I do think, let me just move these out of the way for a moment. I'm just trying to count the frames between when things show up. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a little more than 10 frames each. Let's just say they're all 10 now. Let's do that. I think that might be easier. So let's do... Oh, I'm going to address a few things. No, it'll be one at a time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I could probably just do this. Yeah, so when this hits 20, and then this one needs to be 30. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think mine are actually lined up pretty well with the sound of all the others. So if I turn off this background. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of matching on the time. So let's go ahead and so our scale, they all have to be at the same point, but this misaligns them, but it's just going to be easier for us to go through and fix some things. So let's set all, I'll get to that later. Let's do the opacity. So every single clip has to be selected individually because for some reason with Resolve you can't select multiple clips to add a keyframe, blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe here. I don't know, let's do 4 frames. I should have done this in the other order. This is probably not interesting to 95% of people. If I ever decide to post this somewhere, I need to make it more interesting. Okay. So now we have that. Let's go through and add our blur on everything. So effects, lens blur. Let's start with the T, probably the most, or the largest object. Let's just put it at 10. It'll be overkill, but it will be not visible when it starts. So if we start here, set a keyframe, and we go forward, this might help. Go forward 10 frames, and then set our effect to 0. That will fade out of the effect. So this very boring tutorial, it's taking forever. Okay. I don't even know which layer I landed on. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to speed up everything. So this is going to be 10, and here is going to be 10. I should have keyframes too. That will help me when I go to fade it out. Or fade it in, sorry. And then... Is 10 the highest? Huh. Learn something new every day. Alright, let's put that 0, 0, 0, 0. I really should have made notes with this going into it, because now I feel like I ramble or I'm completely zoned out trying to focus on what to do. Did I screw that up? I think I screwed up every single one of these. Okay, so the blur size, I think I did backwards, didn't I? So it needs to go from... I'm just going to undo a bunch. I can't believe that this is the actual recording. So they should all be 0 at this point. And because we're fading out of the effect or fading into not having it. So everyone on this side should be 10. I'm sure somebody watching this realized that and said nothing. Nobody said anything and made me look like an idiot. Okay. So now the majority of what we're doing is good. Well, maybe not good, but and let's turn on render cache fusion output, just because blurs the timing's going to be weird otherwise, because it won't be able to play back perfectly. And then let's put our background in. So one of the things that I don't like is it's not going to be super obvious until we get to this one. So if you notice, like at the edges, there's a darkening, almost like there's a drop shadow. Let me turn off the... At the edge of the text. It's super frustrating. So the way to get rid of it, and it's not super obvious on this like ocean background, but just go ahead and change it to screen and the problem goes away. You could change it to add if you want it to like burn in. It's not really burning per se, but anyway, so let's go to screen and turn all these to screen so that my OCD can calm down. This is why you should be able to select multiple layers and do this to all. But when you do this, oh, of course, this is the one thing that you're allowed to do. That you can't control keyframes when you select multiple, but you can control the drop downs. And now I have to make sure that I actually did it right, because sometimes you just can't trust Resolve. Okay, well, how long is this video? Should I just stop it now? I mean, it's basically done. I'll wait for this to render. Is it done rendering? Don't worry. It's so good. It's such an exciting tutorial. And yeah, I guess I'll go full screen and try it. Yeah, that is choppy as all hell. But yeah, that's the same crap as this a very impressive source material. Did I turn off the layer specifically or the whole track? Okay. Why is that happening? So when I'm clicking this to resize, it's showing up on my other display. So let me go to fit so we can see what's happening. All right. So this is the source. Very basic. Of course it doesn't play well. Let me export it. Hopefully this doesn't reveal any particular information about myself. Hold on. I'm just going to save this to the desktop as an untitled. Of course, I already have something called Untitled Movie. Why can't I type? I'm trying to write complete crap. Okay, so we have our complete crap. Anyways, this is a total waste of time. Nobody should be watching this video. Go do something with your lives. Goodbye. Now it's bugging me that I can't add this to queue. What did I do? Anyways, hopefully that helped someone. Thanks for watching the little tutorial. This is it exported. But yeah, it's a pretty simple animation that anyone could just fucking Google it. Thanks for watching. Stop recording.